Okay, that's weird. I'm going to just say to the backers, all right. I have no idea if anybody's watching this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start talking. Oh, there's a person. So I'm watching the chat on YouTube. For some reason, Twitch is not giving me. Twitch is giving me an error, so I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Stream manager, welcome to chat room. Okay. So that's neat. All right, well, actually, I'm able to have the Twitch chat up on my phone here. That's cool. So, hello and welcome to this art stream, which I'm sure, I hope will be okay. Might just be me messing around quite a bit. And you being like, oh, is art really this boring? And I'm here to tell you that yes, it often is. So I'm Chris, if you didn't already know that, and I am making a game called Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends, which just made its goal on Kickstarter last night. Woo! And because of that, I am doing a live art update where I'm going to do I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just going to work on a piece of art for like an hour or so here. And the artwork is going to be artwork of Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends. It's going to be our 100% celebratory artwork. And I'm trying to figure out what the best approach for this will be. So what I'm doing is I am doing a piece of art that is going to be Little Nemo's. This will actually be the first time I've ever drawn Little Nemo in his like Slumberland regalia. So if you're familiar with Little Nemo at all, you might have, or the Little Nemo comics, you might be familiar with like there are these times where Little Nemo is in his pajamas, as like many of us know from the games and from the movie and things like that. Then there's these other times where he is in like a sort of fanciful outfit, and when he's in the fanciful outfit in the Winsor McCay comics, he's actually in it quite a bit. McCay showed him in this outfit quite often. So, and he would draw Nemo in different outfits quite often. So I thought, let's do something fun with that. Yeah, that looks a little bit more dynamic. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just sketching things out. Okay, that's a little better. It's a little better. The previous one was kind of like static, and I don't like static. So yeah, let's see here. I've got an idea. Let's put the princess kind of up. Doing Nemo's hair. So Nemo's, in case you haven't noticed, like Nemo's hair, like we even have it in our art guide. Nemo's hair is like done in a very particular order. You do the cowlick first. Hello everybody. You do the cowlick first, and then you kind of work down from there, and then do the locks, like the bangs that are over his forehead, and then you do the sides. Nemo's eyes are dots. Everybody's eyes are dots because this is Winsor McCay. And then the smiles are likewise not the full smile. They're like, just the edges of the mouth rather than the full mouth itself. And that's how McCay usually drew people. So the princess here, we're going to do her little like anime thing. And then she's got her crown. The princess, what I want her to be doing is sort of like I want her to be using her magic to create like fireworks. She's cool like that. She can do stuff like that. This might be too big of an arm for like a person that's supposed to look like a 7-year-old. We'll give the princess kind of like a rock star opinion because she's a rock star. Or opinion, what am I talking about? A rock star look because she's a rock star. And then I don't know what they're going to be standing on yet. That's the interesting part here. It's like, what are they even going to be on? So that might be something I have to work out outside of the stream. Or as I look at more McCay material. But I'm just trying to get like a general outline of what things are. I might only do characters today, but like, we could do sort of, I don't know. I need to look at my early 1900s parade float aesthetics to see what even this would look like. The Kickstarter logo. See, I could do a like specific, 100% funded or something like that. But and that's not a bad idea. But I want this to be a piece of art that like, I don't know. I kind of want the art to be able to be reusable in different contexts. Like maybe this is a cool poster, maybe this is a cool something. So I want, like, if I put 100% funded or something like this, it could actually be really cool, but I also want it to be like maybe reusable in some other capacity. I don't know. Let me see. I could have sworn, no, I did download a Little Nemo. because I put it in the update today. I have the little Nemo. Where is it? Oh, that's both mood board images. Okay, let me just do images. Could have sworn I had like a parade scene. Let me see what's going on in the parade scene. So what you don't see on my other screen is that there's actually I've got a bunch of Little Nemo in Slumberland stuff happening. We've got a lot of Little Nemo on the other screen just so that I can keep my references going. Because remember, folks, real artists use references. Don't let them tell you any different. And if people are telling you different, well, screw them. Okay, I think I got something. All right, here we go. Here's a parade float in the comic with the princess. And we are going to use that. And then, yeah, from there, we can... It's got kind of like a fleur-de-lis thing going on. So we can use that, and then, like, that might actually be... According to whenever I stream, if I'm acknowledging the contributions of somebody in chat, I won't use your name because privacy. It's just something that I do as a teacher. So thank you, backer, who is watching this stream, but also for having the great idea of doing something in the front here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave space. With my fancy schmancy Slumberland aesthetic stuff here. But so I want to acknowledge that as a good idea. I will not say your name to protect your privacy for somebody, for when, like, somebody finds this video someday and is like, what was that Nemo Kickstarter all about? Cool. Okay, so that's a good space. Creativity plus theft equals theft plus tinkering. Yeah, I have a book called Steal Like an Artist. And it talks about, like, the role of precedent and acknowledging, like, other sources in creative work. So it's something that I'm kind of a believer in. I mean, obviously you don't rip things off. Like public domain notwithstanding. But you want to, it's important to know the place that reference has in artwork. And then, we'll have like... I'm going to do this with like a effect or something like that, but there will be the princess doing a cool thing like that. And then, I don't know. This gives us a good opportunity to maybe use, like, Flip and Peony. I think this could be a good place to have... This could actually be a good place to do something with, like, their dynamic as this sort of, like, rivalry, which we've had a bit in some of our concept art. Man, that's the thing about drawing. This is the thing about drawing. Like, sometimes I even though I've drawn a character like a million times, I always want to go back and be like, how did I draw that character again? So give me a second while I go get one of my guides for drawing Flip. Or maybe I should just use the sprite. Again, like, I've drawn Flip like a bajillion times, but every time I draw Flip, I'm like, I forget how to draw Flip. Holy crap, your circles look like actual circles. Thank you. It's all practice, folks. It's not actual. There's an idle still of Flip. Does McKay generally follow lifelike anatomy proportions in Little Nemo? Yeah, Winsor McKay was very good with pretty lifelike proportions in his work. And that's what we're trying to do. Hold on, check. Anyway, so I don't know why I'm making Flip's boxing glove like the size of Nemo's whole entire face. Yeah, McKay used generally lifelike proportions, and for that reason, we're trying to do what we can. See, Flips. Flips. Okay, I could actually make this work. Flip's head shape is so low that it's actually hard to get, like... He's got a short head, and I don't say that as a bad thing. But it can be hard to get it can be hard to get his features are all in if you draw his hat a certain way. But I think I'm actually making it work here a little bit. Okay, and then big old boxing gloves. And let's do one of these like he's doffing his hat. And then because what I'm going to do is have like P and E on the other side, like you get back here. Because we want to have Flip having like the same chaotic energy that he has in the comics, especially like at the beginning of the comics. Okay, cool. This is working. And then likewise, let me double check that I have P and E right. Actually, I may just go back to my 50% picture. I had a lot of fun working with 50% picture. That was the one where, this one here. That was a really fun image to do. Did I make Flip a little too big? I might have made him a little too big, but that's why. Can you imagine Winsor McKay with Photoshop? That would be nuts. There we go. That's better. That feels better. Cool. And then Peony. Let me see. Well, yeah. So let me explain Flip and Peony. Flip and Peony have, like, because Peony is in a sort of, like, authority position in Slumberland. She is, like, this high-ranking Royal Guard person. She's kind of like... Her and Flip have an antagonistic relationship. Ultimately, like, the characters are going to become friends... but one of the things that we're thinking about is like, well, what we do have kind of like this ragtag team in a way of, Nemo, who is like, he is a 7-year-old boy, this skilled royal guard, this, princess and Flip, who is this clown, who is like a mischief maker, and Flip is not really like part of Slumberland society, and part of that is because like he is the son of the sun. Now obviously, like, all of this is subject to when we work with our narrative designer, but some of the things that we're working with is like these characters and their relationships to one another, to create this sort of like, not team of misfits so much, but like one of the things that makes the group in Star Wars so fun is that you have like a princess, a smuggler, a Wookiee, and a farm boy, and a Jedi and things like that, and in the original Star Wars. And that's kind of what we have going on here, is you have, characters who range from like the very skilled at what they do to literal child. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. So okay. What hardware am I using for input/drawing? I am on a Wacom Cintiq 16-inch. This is not the Cintiq Pro, which really just has I didn't think that I needed like all of that. The Cintiq Pro really just has the like touchscreen, and I mean it has a high resolution, but I didn't need that as much for this. So now I need to think of what else to do with all of this space, because I've taken up quite a bit of it already. But our game has such a bigger cast. So let's see. One thing I could do, I could reduce the size of these characters and lower them in the frame a bit. And that would let Princess's power shine through a little bit. But I could also do a kind of like, I don't know. Let me see. Where's our friend Gertie? You know, I could also do something like having I don't like that. In fact, I could even have, maybe I have Gertie on one side and okay. Nemo and friends are just going to get smaller and smaller as other characters come into the frame. That's okay. This means we can do more fun stuff. This is why we sketch and not just work on finals right away. Okay, so we're gonna do Gertie and so Gertie's foot is there. And again, this is just a sketch. I'll probably work out, you know, exact proportions and things like that later. But this would actually, yeah, that does help. Dr. Pill too, of course. How could I forget Dr. Pill? Yeah, we need Dr. Pill. We need, let's see. could do Dr. Pill. On the other side, we could do, well, right now, let me... Oh, I know how we could do Dr. Pill. That would take this character. I should probably have something, you know, behind the princess too. I don't know what that is yet, but it should be something that can, like, you know, cover up the back part of Gertie here, so that, you know, her coming out from the side here feels like more natural. Yeah, okay. So Bosco, that I'm drawing right now, I want to make sure that Bosco, like, we can see... Bosco's tricky because, like, his mouth is always open. Sorry, I'm letting people know that, like, Twitch isn't working. Let's see. Oh, wow. Looks like Photoshop. Yeah, that's the software I'm using. Photoshop, yay, Gertie, Dr. Pill, Nyx, Big... There you go. Nyx with her arms spreading over the scene would be dope. Yeah, that could be interesting. I don't know. This is going to get small. The Slumberland people are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. But actually, that could be... Let me think about this. We could still make this work. Okay. So, yeah, Nyx with the arms being all menacing and stuff. Gertie gets more breathing room. And maybe doesn't even have to have her leg out here or tucked in here. She can rest a bit more. Okay, where's Nyx? Let me go get a picture of her from concept art. Because I can do... I should probably put like a guide in the middle so that I can make sure stuff is lined up properly. Probably coming across as a little distorted. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. It's probably coming across as a little distorted, but I can fix that. This is why, yeah, and like whatever I'm gonna do with this parade float here, I'm probably going to, like, maybe I put some flowers over here. Maybe I do actually have like wheels here or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, Nick's being kind of like, no, that's too, yeah, somebody said like, oh yeah, the Nick's kind of like big lady Resident Evil energy. And that's like, we were designing her before. What kind of tablet am I using? I'm using a Cintiq. Yeah, I got myself a Cintiq as a sort of like, well, if I'm going to be locked indoors making all of this art during a pandemic, I might as well do it in comfort. So I spent a little money last year on a Cintiq. I got the this is the like $650 like regular Cintiq, which like, it's super great that exists, because now people don't have to like shell out thousands of dollars to work like this. It's really great. Was it worth the price? Yeah, this one was really worth the price, because like it's not a 4K monitor. It's doesn't have the touchscreen, but I have not felt like lacking for either of those things, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like, kind of to in Cintiq terms, this is like the mid-range model, but I mean, I'm very happy with this. Okay, so back to our boy Bosco. I actually want him to look comfortable, because like, that's the one thing about the original Bosco art, which is the art that we worked from to do the character as we have him right now. He looks vaguely like uncomfortable, and that's not like, this is just him. Like, this is, he's a dragon and with a big chair in his mouth, and that's how he was made. So drawing him like this, I should probably make him look at least a little happy to do his job. And with this, what I can do is have... where's that other piece of concept? Well, let me finish off Bosco. And then riding in Bosco's chair, I will have... We got all the reptiles up in here. That's right. Let me erase some of this chair so that I can get in there. How's that person? I think that's okay. There. That'll give him a little more room. Yeah, that's the thing, is like once I've got my artwork in front of me, it's like, oh, well, I've drawn these characters like a million times because I've done them as like hand-drawn animation. All right, so let's... And then... Let's see, how are we doing on this guy? Obviously, a lot of this is going to change. Like, I'm not loving how Dr. Pill is coming out in terms of sitting down Dr. Pill, but we can try some stuff out here. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to just get our ideas down. That's better. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. And better is all we need. Driving should be hooting and hollering on top. Yeah, I'm thinking about Bosco's driver. Where did I put that picture of Bosco? Sorry, I'm like not done with Dr. Pill yet. Like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, come on. You're so close to being like really good. Maybe something like that. Yeah, Dr. Pill, he's a little bit of a pusher. His ethics are a little wanting as a physician. But we've kind of embraced that to do the snake oil salesman angle with him. So, we think that could be... He's got, if you really look closely... I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but if you look closely at his cart, he's got a bit of the... what's his name? From The Wizard of Oz. The guy in the beginning that's like the fortune teller and the magician, that talks to Dorothy. There's actually, a pretty direct reference to that movie. Professor Marvel. We've got a little bit of Professor Marvel in there. See, this guy... See, on one hand, I feel like it kind of makes sense to just have him, be up there, kind of over all of this. But at the same time, I like the idea of him kind of hooting and hollering at Bosco. You darn dragon. I can't figure out what he's doing that about, but maybe I don't know. He's got 3 years left until he gets his pension. He's over this. He's just like, another parade, you guys and your parades. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be in another parade. That's what the Bosco driver, that's what his energy is. And then let's see. Okay, so cool. We got some stuff going on here. Now I need to figure out what goes over here. I should probably also save, like, at all. I don't know. Let's see who else we got. Got parades for days. Yeah, that's Slumberland. Like, if you watched Community at all, Community would always have dances. See, I don't know if I want to put the Wang Doodles and like the enemies in. Maybe the enemies could like go in the background to fill some stuff out. I don't know if. Oh, I do have the one salamander, and the salamander is in the game. See, but like that's such a huge animal. I feel like we should give. I don't know if we want any big characters. Because we got Bosco and we got Gertie, and Dr. Pill is in Bosco's mouth. Let's see. I feel like, man, if we had Mr. Bunyan, but we haven't unlocked Mr. Bunyan yet. I could alternatively have like Flip and Peony marching. So that's another one, and make them less like gag, doing a gag thing. But I also kind of like this element of their characters. How many characters do we have? So many. People are like, no, I like them. Okay, that's good. That's good. Who else do I have? Don't make them march. I love. Oh, maybe we could put in Popcorn. Put in Popcorn, that like one guard dude. I may have to think about this one because we've got some other characters that I could put Popcorn. So Popcorn is another guard type character that is in the that's in the comics. And he is he's a character that appears he like helps Nemo fight the pie eaters in the comics. So that could be a fun character to put in. I love in-game museums. Yeah, I would love the in-game museum too. You know, you never know. Might get there. Yeah, I gotta put Popcorn. So Popcorn, he would be more like this, and then he'd have his little thing on top of his head. And actually, we're gonna erase some of. We're gonna erase some of Bosco's foot. Okay, so let's do Popcorn, and then maybe on the other side we just have like some Candy Kids, because we haven't really done much with the Candy Kids, and that's a shame. But I can do that after, so I can do appropriate Candy Kid. You know, like, so I could figure out how to draw the Candy Kids, basically. Peony is like kind of based on the Candy Kids. And then Popcorn has like the big ol', can't remember what you call that. I knew from when I was doing my Don Quixote game. Don Quixote has something like that going on. Okay. Balding guy from the Manors, part of the movie. Is that where they got him from? I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about like from the Manors song in the movie? I think all those characters are like original to the movie, so we're not really touching them. And Popcorn has a sword. Actually, he doesn't have the kind of hilt that I just drew him with. He has one of these types of hilts. And then, because like I can put in some of like the critters in like there and in there to fill some space. And then like maybe even, you know, over on the sides here. Okay, this is coming together nicely. Okay, so we're at about the time that I talked about, but you know, obviously we got some good stuff going on here, and I will work on finishing this off in the next day or two. Around, you know, I'll be honest, I need a little bit of a break. I'm very exhausted from a month of screaming at the internet and asking them for patronage, but yeah, I will finish these characters off, and we will have a cool piece of art, hopefully in the next day or so, that features all of our favorite Slumberland characters doing a really awesome parade. So thank you for watching me, you know, sketch around, and yeah, thank you for being patrons, and you know, thank you for being patrons and trusting us to make an awesome game. We really appreciate it. So I will talk to you later. And look for news, by the way, in the Discord chat for information on like what the classic game streams are going to be, because we're going to be doing some of those. Adrian and Ben are going to be doing some of those. So look forward to that. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.